I'm Charlie.
I'm Mikaze. Welcome to our channel! Yay!
In this video, we're going to be going over 5 things that we are doing during this financial and health crisis.
Before we go over our list, we hope you're staying safe and staying connected with your network. Tip number 1. If you don't have a budget, create one. If you do have a budget, do a detailed review and prepare to make sacrifices.
So when you're looking at your budget, it's really important to determine what you really need and what you just want. So for example, your rent, utilities, and groceries are things you absolutely need to pay for. Whereas entertainment, buying designer clothes, or ordering food delivery, these are things you just want. And even amongst your needs, there may be ways to cut down on some of your expenses. For example, with your cell phone bill, you may be paying more for data than you actually use. Or if you look at your internet and cable bills, you might be getting more channels than you actually watch. And for groceries, there may be options to buy cheaper meat or cheaper drinks. When we reviewed our budget, we targeted our pre-authorized monthly expenses. Mikaze being a flight attendant, she is actually not flying right now, so we decided to go ahead and cancel her bus pass, which saved us over $100 per month. We also took a look at our media streaming services, so for example, Spotify, Amazon Prime, and Netflix. And we decided to cancel our Spotify expense just because we don't use it as much as the other two. We're also forced to cut down on certain expenses like gas and dining, simply because we can't go out of our home as often.
And we switched from bottled wine to box wine, which is still good. Tip number 2. Research all financial assistance programs available to you.
Whether you have been laid off or are currently still working, we don't know when the economy is going to recover when businesses start up again. Businesses that are barely surviving right now may go under in the future. In Canada, we have the newly created CERB program and the pre-existing EI program, which are both intended for individuals who have lost their jobs or are working reduced hours. And in our opinion, the most important difference between these two programs is that the CERB pays you a pre-tax amount and the EI program pays you an after-tax amount. For example, with the CERB program, an individual would get a $2,000 check, and this check is pre-tax. So come April 30th, 2021, this person's going to have to pay back taxes on this $2,000 of income. So it's really important that if you receive this check, to put aside $300 to $400 in a savings account so that when you have to pay these taxes, you'll have those funds available. Examples of other assistance available through the Government of Canada are increased childcare benefits and increased goods and service tax credits, along with suspensions of student loans. In the province of British Columbia, rent subsidies may be available for tenants and landlords through BC Housing, along with utility subsidies through BC Hydro. Finally, your financial institution may have mortgage deferral programs or credit card interest rate relief.
Tip number 3. Invest in yourself or a new venture.
Working a full-time job, I know that we complain a lot about having to do our groceries, our cooking, laundry, vacuum, and all other chores, and then our weekend just vanishes. Many of us may never see this much time again during our working lives, hopefully. So if you've been laid off or have reduced hours, and you were spending 1 to 2 hours a day watching TV or playing video games before this crisis, we recommend that you don't do more of that during this crisis. And instead, we think you should spend this time to invest in yourself or invest in a new project.
Ways to invest in yourself.
Are learning new skills that make you more employable or will help you earn more in the future. For example, you can take online courses read or take tutorials to learn a new language or a software or get a new certification. You can also learn new skills that help you reduce your expenses. For example, you can learn how to cook if you've been eating out a lot, or you can learn how to repair your car or do home renovations. Or you can do what we've done, and Mika's has been cutting my hair for the past year.
I cut his hair.
Another idea is if you have plans to move to another country and you plan on obtaining a visa or permanent residence or citizenship, now might be a great time to do the research for that. In our case, we applied for Mika's permanent residence on our own, and by doing so, we probably saved $2,000 to $3,000 in consulting or legal fees.
We are investing in ourselves by taking this opportunity to start a YouTube channel, hoping to improve our communication skills and obtain video editing skills. Ways to invest in a new venture.
With the advancement of new technology, it's getting easier and easier to start your own business or do something online with very little startup costs. For example, you can sell a product or a service online without having to lease an office or a store. There's also online freelance websites available, or you can even start a blog or a YouTube channel with the hopes of earning advertising income or with the intention of promoting yourself or your brand. And in my case, aside from my primary employment, I'm able to provide accounting services remotely. During a financial crisis, it's really important to be doing something that will improve yourself or your situation. Because when the economy's back up and running, there's going to be fewer jobs and a lot of applicants. So you want to do something that'll make you stand out from your competition.
Tip number 4. Clean your home.
This is something that we did right away. Being stuck in our homes all day, having a clean living area really helps us with our mental health. By cleaning your home, you're going to be able to find things that you can throw out or donate. And you might even find things that you can sell. And by having fewer things, if you ever have to downsize or move to a cheaper location, it makes the move that much easier.
Tip number 5. If you are struggling financially and or emotionally, consider reaching out to your close family members.
If you have a good relationship with your family, and your family is doing fine despite this financial crisis, then you might want to consider asking them if they have any space that they can rent out or if they can provide you with a loan. In our case, we actually called my parents and told them that if we both ever lost our jobs, then we might come live with them and pay rent in the short term. One important thing to note is that if you do ask for assistance from your family, don't ask for free money and don't ask for free rent, because spoiling yourself is going to make it that much harder to live independently again, and also your family member might be sacrificing their retirement funds to help you. We hope you found value in this video, and we hope that some of these tips are applicable in your situation as well.
If you liked this video, please like and subscribe our channel. Bye
Bye.
bye!